So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And today we once again have another interesting video for you all. Now, this one is talking about the possibility of there being two different characters bearing the Foxy masks in the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 minigames.
Yes, this was actually brought to our attention by a guy who goes by the username SomeDude1818.
Yes, and he actually speaks about this theory and there possibly being a connection between the two guys wearing the Foxy masks. And the reason this actually isn't a fan theory, guys, is because this is an idea that's been going around for quite some time. And actually, me and other Ryan speculated this on our first ever playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's 4 when we encountered this character.
If you remember in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, we know that the phone guy actually favors Foxy out of all the animatronics, and the first person we're introduced to other than this child is actually a guy wearing a Foxy mask, so you can see why we made the connection.
Yes, and you know, as Ryan said, it's all throughout the phone calls. Whenever the phone guy actually mentions this Foxy character, there's almost a lot of awkwardness with it. Like, he'll bring it up and he'll be quite excitable, and then he'll always kind of simmer the topic down and he'll never actually bring it up to the security guard again. So it's almost like there's some doubt with this character, and there's actually some further things which actually represent a difference in these two characters possibly.
One of these being the shading of the actual characters themselves. Now, if we look at the first guy who actually jump scares us behind the television, we can see he has a much kind of paler skin tone, whereas jumping forward to night 5, we can see that this bully child, his brother, kind of has a darker skin tone.
Yes, he does. And another difference as well is actually the Foxy masks used. So if you look at the one that first jump scares us, it's actually this deeper red color. However, if you look at the one that the child seems to bear, or should I say the teenager, it seems to be a more brighter red color. And that is one difference. And going off of that continually, you can actually see that the shape is entirely different. So it appears that these two different characters are completely different. And another thing as well is actually in relation to the clothing that the character is wearing.
Yeah, they're both wearing the same coloured kind of t-shirt, but one is actually a vest. I think it's the brother is actually wearing a vest, whereas the father that we're speculating is wearing a t-shirt. But they're both the same colour, so that could kind of represent that they're from the same family almost.
Yeah, there's some kind of connection between the two that may link them through blood. And I mean, that alongside the fact they're both wearing this Foxy mask, but they are very uniquely different. I don't know, it seems to be almost too coincidental to not be the case that these two are two different characters, because, you know, people might actually liken it down to the lighting differences within the different environments, but then we have to think that the child's skin tone actually remains the same, so it cannot actually be anything to do with that. Alongside that as well, the shape of the face, there seems to be too many things weighing up, and there's actually one more thing as well in the game files, which also makes these two characters distinct. So if you actually delve into the game files of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you'll actually find that the group of bullies are known as bullies. So that is just, there's more than one, of course, but this character wearing the grey shirt with the different Foxy mask is actually known as Bully 2. And it seems a bit weird why this guy would be kind of characterized as a different kind of bully, because none of the other guys in their individual form are named Bully whatsoever. So it just seems really unusual.
Yeah, it just seems weird why they're named different files if they're the same thing. Obviously, they're in different environments, and it will be a bit awkward naming them Bullies 1, Bullies 2. But Scott actually named these for a certain purpose.
Yeah, it just seems very strange. I mean, as I said, all of the other characters are actually not really named any form of bully. And then we've got this Bully 2. It just seems weird.
And we just need to think about the story in general. I mean, we are a child in a pizzeria that we clearly do not want to be in. And I don't know, I don't think a brother would take you there every single day just to torment you and just to bully you. I believe that maybe this father that we're speculating to be the father works at this place, and that is why we are there crying all the time, and why we have access to certain parts of the pizzeria, like the parts and services room. So in night 2, we are actually introduced to this child on the floor crying as if something's just happened to him. And the text reads, "He left without you." And it just makes you think, why is this kid doing on his own, unsupervised? Like, there's not a brother in sight, his dad isn't in sight, and we're jump scared then by the golden Fredbear to the right, and he lies there crying. And then it's the night after that we actually go home and we're scared by the same person who scared us on night 1. Yeah,
it does seem highly strange, because you got to think as well, on night 5, that's the only time the bullies are actually seen in this establishment. So it almost seems like there's two different pairs of people scaring this child, almost like it's been planned out rigorously. It's kind of strange when you think of it from that scenario.
Definitely, yeah.
So there we have it, guys. That's once again another theory for you all. And this was, of course, talking about the likely chance of there being two characters actually dressing in different Foxy masks in different areas in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and be sure to comment down below any of your thoughts in regards to this topic.
And if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating down below? And if you're new to our channel, why not subscribe for more interesting videos like this and also some gameplays.
So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. And we'll, of course, see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?